Here are 4 questions that will help you end the entrepreneurial struggle. Look, I get it. If you are an entrepreneur and you feel like you're taking a step forward, and for every step forward you take, it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 steps backwards just to get back to where you were, I get it. Here's the thing. Over the years, I've gone through this journey where I've taken a step forward, and then it seems like all of my competitors, all of the other people out there were getting so far ahead of me. It didn't matter what I seemed to do. I just couldn't break this cycle. Well, there's 4 simple questions that I'm going to walk you through today that are going to help you break free from this entrepreneurial trap. It's going to help you grow and scale your business. And here's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is this, that it's going to help you do that while at the same time actually reducing the amount of time that you work in your business. Now, look, I get it. This sounds too good to be true, but I've lived it, and I've helped others walk through these 4 questions and completely transform their businesses and their organizations literally within a matter of just a few months. So if that sounds good to you, let's jump into question number 1. Question number 1 that you have to make sure you have a clear answer for is, where are we going? This is the vision for your organization. You need to make sure that it is crystal clear. You need to describe the sights, the sounds, the smells. What does the future look like for you and your business? Now, it's going to vary depending on the industry that you're in. So for us, I love to lean 3 years into the future. You see, in the marketing world, the environment changes so quickly, the technology changes so quickly, that if we look too much further out in the future than that, it's just too unpredictable, right? So I lean forward 3 years into the future, and I try to uncover, what do I want the company to look like, to sound like? What do I want the environment, the culture to be like? How would someone who walks into this place and experiences our company, what would they see? What would they hear? That is how you define the vision for your company. Now, that's different than a vision statement. Yes, we have one of those, and you can have one of those too, but you first need to define your actual vision. You need to take the time to write this down. Now, you're probably watching this thinking, look, Wayne, I've got a million other things to do. I don't have time to sit down and write my vision. And to you, my friend, I would specifically say this, that is the reason that you are taking 1 step forward and 2 or 3 steps backwards, because you're not carving out the time to work on your business. You are instead always reacting to what is in front of you. And if you keep doing that, you're going to keep down the same path where it's 1 step forward, 2 or 3 steps backward. So number 1, where are we going? Take the time, carve out the time to write out this vision. For us, our vision is 2 to 3 pages long. It's concise, it's simple. It explains what I do day to day, explains what our team members do day to day, explains the impact that we're having. The second question you need to answer is, we now know where we're going, right? But why does this matter? And this, my friend, is your mission. You have to be clear on why achieving this vision matters to you, why it matters to the organization. Because you can paint this beautiful vision, but if you don't help your team understand why this matters, then they're never going to buy into the vision, right? Because you can have this grand vision of building this amazing company, but if your team doesn't believe it matters, they're never going to buy into it. So your mission is why this vision matters. It's why do we as an organization. So for us, our mission is simply this. We exist to help entrepreneurs sleep better at night. Now, when you hear that, what do you think? You think, wow, that's inspiring. It gives a good, strong calling to why we exist. But it also means it doesn't limit us in terms of what we provide to our clients. So yes, we do marketing. We provide all kinds of marketing things, but our mission says that we help entrepreneurs sleep better at night. So that means that if an entrepreneur comes to us with a problem, we can help solve that problem if it will help them sleep better at night, right? We look for other ways to serve our clients. So for you, I want you to think for a second about, why does your organization exist? Why does your business exist? And what I can tell you is that your mission has to be about more than yourself. It has to be about more than just serving you as the entrepreneur and the founder. And again, my whole goal with this video is to give you these 4 questions to get you off of this trap, right? This thing that's keeping you stuck, that's keeping you 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards. I want you to break free, and I want you to actually reclaim your time and reclaim the freedom and the income that you deserve as an entrepreneur. So question number 1 is, where are we going? Question number 2 is, why does this matter? Question number 3 that you have to answer is this: what is my role in reaching this vision? You need to help ensure that you, as the owner, as the founder, know the answer to that question. What is your role in helping bring the vision to life? Number two, you need to help each person on your team understand what their role is as it relates to bringing your vision to life. So let that sink in. Each person on your team needs to clearly understand what their role is in helping bring that vision to life. Now, this forces you to think beyond just the day-to-day stuff that people do on your team, right? It forces you to think beyond, let's just say, bookkeeping. Like your bookkeeper, their job is to do the books, is to make sure everything is entered correctly into QuickBooks or whatever accounting software you use. That is the technical role, but the question is, how does that role actually help bring the vision to life? Now, you could lean into that and say things like, well, when our books are in order, we can lean into the future. We can forecast out what money we can have to invest in our team, to invest in experiences, to invest in our clients, so that we can bring this vision to life, right? So you want to paint that picture for each person on your team. Help them get crystal clear on why their role matters and how their role helps bring the vision to life. So question number one is, where are we going? Question number two is, why does it matter? Question number three is, what is my role in helping bring this vision to life? And question number four is, how will my performance be judged? Now, when you hear that question, most entrepreneurs move on, right? They skip beyond that, because at the end of the day, we're responsible for everything that takes place in the organization. But sometimes we need to drill into the specifics. So for you as the leader, how will you and your performance be judged in relation to the things you're trying to accomplish? So that could be financially. Are you hitting certain revenue metrics, certain profitability metrics? Are you hitting certain costs of goods sold? Like, what are the metrics that you as the leader are going to be held accountable to? Now, it's important that these metrics that you are going to hold yourself accountable to can be shared with everyone on the team, because if you want to build an environment that is a high performance culture, you have to ensure that you have high accountability. And the absolute best way for you to develop high accountability, a culture of this type of accountability, is to ensure that everyone on your team, whether it is the bookkeeper, whether it's the person who cleans the office, whether it's your most seasoned person, we have to ensure that they are accountable for the things that are within their control, within their job, right? And we want to make sure that everyone on our team understands how their performance will be judged. And that starts with you and I as leaders. So again, question one is, where are we going? Question two is, why does it matter? Question three, what is my role? And question four, how will my performance be judged? If you carve out the time to answer these four questions, to work through these four questions, here's what I can tell you. You will stop going from one step forward to two steps backwards, right? In this never-ending battle to get ahead. And you will start taking 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. It's so counterintuitive. As entrepreneurs, we have all of these things that keep getting piled on our plate to do. And so the things that are the most important, the things that we know we should do, we keep putting off and putting off and putting off. And it's those very things that we're putting off that are hindering our future growth and our success. For me, it took me about 7 years before I got serious about these questions that I'm presenting to you today. And for those 7 years, I worked 60, 70, 80, 100-hour weeks. And that's not an exaggeration. It was all day long. I would go home, eat dinner with the family. And then when the kids would go to bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock, I would start working again for several more hours. I did this 6 days a week. And then on Sunday, I would always go back into the office and work Sunday afternoons as well. And this was my life for 7 years. And I kept giving myself all these stories as to why the world was stacked against me, why business wasn't going well, all the things that were happening to me that were outside of my control, that kept my business stuck and kept me stuck in the cycle. And the reality was, it wasn't because of all of those things taking place. Yes, those things still take place today. But today, because I've taken the time to define these things that matter the most, I'm able to focus on what matters most. I'm able to ensure that my team can lead, my team is held accountable, that I am held accountable for what matters most. And since that time, since I've implemented these things and worked through these 4 questions, everything is transformed. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps forward and maybe 1 step back after that, right? There's always going to be problems and obstacles that come your way. But if you take the time to answer these questions, your business will be radically different. Here's what I can tell you. You're not that different from any other entrepreneur out there. They all have a million things piling on their plates. They have family, they have business challenges, customer challenges, vendor challenges. All of these things keep piling up. And most of them are doing the same thing that I did for those 7 years, which is put the important things on the back burner. The call of the urgent will always drown out the call of the important. So I urge you, spend time today, hit pause, get off of YouTube or wherever you're watching this, go spend time today diving into these 4 questions. And here's what I can promise you. When you get serious about answering these four simple questions, your business will be radically different than in the past. Leave a comment below. I would love to hear where you are in this journey. I would love to answer any questions you may have, and be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be releasing more content like this that helps you scale your business. Until next time.